4 wins out of 4 and a maximum 12 points for England before tonight's game in Group 6 at Wembley against Ukraine. They started joint second along with Croatia in this group. It was watched for us by Brian Little and first Martin Fisher.
Let's have a look at the teams for you then. England make 2 changes to the side that swept aside Slovakia on Saturday. Rio Ferdinand returns after recovering from a groin problem. Injuries to Heskey, Carlton Cole and Darren Bent opens the door for Peter Crouch to make his first start under Fabio Capello. A landmark occasion for Wayne Rooney, his 50th cap tonight. Another 2 goals at the weekend to continue his astonishing run. It's 7 in 4 for him now. Well, the headline news for Ukraine is the absence of top scorer Andrei Shevchenko. He flopped so badly, of course, in England at Chelsea and hasn't scored since returning to Milan. It means another former Premier League struggler starts. Andrei Voronin didn't impress at all at Liverpool, but goals are plenty on loan at Hertha Berlin. A couple of unfamiliar names in that lineup. Slyosar and Valyev boast just 3 caps between them. Looking to make an impression against England for the first time. Beaten here in the old Wembley Stadium 9 years ago by 3-0 and 2-0 last time out. Brian Little alongside me. What do you expect from Fabio Capello's England this evening, Brian?
Well, I think like everybody else, we're really looking forward to the game. Expecting the side to win well, I hope, and a good performance. But ultimately, the result tonight is the most important thing. A good win tonight can see, obviously, England in an unbelievably strong position at what is an unbelievably early stage of a competition. It's fantastic for them, and I'd like to think they can continue the run.
Yes, it's reminiscent in many ways of their last World Cup qualifying campaign under Sven-Göran Eriksson, when they strolled to qualification with 8 wins in their 10 games, 25 points from the 30 available. Just the one slip-up at Windsor Park against Northern Ireland. Confidence in the end misplaced as they fell at the quarter-final stage in Germany, as did Ukraine, of course. Here's Chigrinsky, one of 3 Shakhtar Donetsk players in this Ukraine side. Another one is the goalkeeper, Payatov. So they should know each other's game pretty well. Here's Valyev, who started in the middle of the midfield. Timoshuk will certainly play there. Voronin trying to get on the outside of Ashley Cole. Voronin. Barry for England. Taking it quickly. Gerrard, Cole to his left. Two to pick out in the box, Rooney and Crouch. Driven hard for Rooney, spectacular effort. I think the keeper had it covered all the way along, but that's just a sign of his confidence at the moment.
Right, it's just great to watch at the moment, this lad, isn't he? It comes into him. Gerrard's on that left-hand side where he's a little bit unfamiliar, comes back on his right. His first touch is good, there's not a lot on. It just makes people think, and that tells people early in the game that this lad's on song. Keep an eye on him. There's a lot of things he could do out of nothing. Great player at the moment, the little fella.
Crouch winning it again in the air. It's Rooney. Caught on the edge there. McCallum with the challenge. And the Ukraine centre-half is booked. More importantly, from England's point of view, Brian, a free kick in a very inviting position.
Certainly is, and there's 1 or 2 people who want to take this. Crouch does well, doesn't he? That's what he's good at. Rooney here, he knows his shot isn't on, he set himself up for it, wasn't on. A quick decision to dribble over the fella and gets a good foul in a good position.
Lampard is there, Gerrard is there, Rooney in attendance too. It's the man they've got to beat, Andrei Payatov. He's only conceded 1 goal so far in the qualifying group. And yet to test him. Nearly 15 minutes gone. Lampard's touch. Gerrard's curler.
Well, a lot's been said in the past about Lampard and Gerrard playing together. On this occasion, they set each other up perfectly. Just not quite enough curl on that ball in the end. And I think, well, keeper might have had it covered, but it's very close.
Milewski. Rooney. Gerrard. Now Lampard. Rooney still breaking to the left. This is a lovely move by England. Crouch goes to the centre. Rooney looks instead for Lennon. Look at the room here. Lennon to pull it back, and Lampard can't keep it down. Crouch to head it back across. Best move by Amar by England. For Johnson. Lennon. Rooney with the header. It's a corner.
Once again, a decent cross by young Lennon. I think he, on that occasion, decided not to take the full-back on. He's got to have variation to his game, and on that occasion, he chose the right option.
Terry, Ferdinand and Crouch all in there. It's towards Terry. And now Crouch! Didn't you just know it? Peter Crouch, and his first start under Fabio Capello, puts England in front.
Well, it's a fantastic goal. I mean, it was always going to be scrappy. They had to take advantage of a set piece, perhaps. The last one was very important to them. I wasn't sure whether the first header was a foul. I thought it was John Terry who was all over the defender. Look at this. There's a little bit of a pull and a shove, but it's to Crouch, and it's that little volley that he likes. He does release himself well for a big fella. It's not a foul. Changed my decision on that one. He really does release himself well for a big fella. You wouldn't expect him to be able to do them sort of things, but he does overhead kicks pretty good. On that occasion, gets his body in great position. A lot of other players would have volleyed that over the bar. It's a really good goal from Peter Crouch.
Lampard couldn't quite squeeze through. Coles won it back though for England. Now it's with Rooney. Trying to bring Lennon in again. One-on-one with Shevchuk. Rooney on the volley. The strike that was. What goal it would have been when he put that one away. Here's Commission. One way out, but trying to test James, and the bounce caused the Portsmouth keeper one or two problems there. He kept it out with his shoulder.
Oh, wakey, David. Well, my thoughts at the moment, Martin, are that if Ukraine are to score, it would probably be from a mistake from an English player at the moment. I think they don't seem to have any real craft in that final third at all. So I think if England just concentrate, do things properly, it is a game that they really can cruise through to win.
Milewski. Blocked by Cole. Lampard. Rooney out on that far left-hand side. There's Gerrard's tucked in field. Rooney still got it, still battling. Now it's for Lennon. Rooney in a bit of space. Looking for Gerrard to place it. Milewski. Nobody blew ahead of him. Owen now available to his left, but he's got his head down.
Talking of energy, there was Wayne Rooney, wasn't he? Running all the way back, getting the tackle in 15 yards outside his box. Terrific enthusiasm.
There's the half-time whistle. So far, so good for Fabio Capello's men. It's not been thrilling, but it has been effective. At half-time at Wembley, it's England 1, Ukraine 0. England get us back underway. And to cement their position at the top of Group 6 with another victory. Make it 15 points out of 15. Just looking down the Ukraine side, by the way, just totting up the number of goals their starting lineup have scored for their country. Between them, all 11 players have notched 10 goals. That just underlines the importance of Shevchenko for them, because he scored 39 on his own. Rooney. Almost sneaked through. Now by Terry. It's Voronin who's going to come off. One Premier League flop disappears as another comes on. And listen to this reaction for Andrei Shevchenko. Only 9 goals in the Premier League during his 2 years for Chelsea. John Terry and Frank Lampard have been busy texting him prior to this game. Will Shevchenko have a major say in the destination of the points this evening? Rooney looking for Lennon again. Only finding Shevchuk. There's Milevski. Shevchenko through the centre. Cut out by Ferdinand. Barry for England. Whistle for the free kick should give England the chance to bring on David Beckham. Caps keep on coming. And when he comes on, there's usually this kind of reaction, a standing ovation from the Wembley supporters. It is Lennon coming off. And David Beckham earns his 110th cap now. Rooney. Good flick on. Rooney couldn't take it first time, but he's got a second bite here. And he's won the free kick. Malik with the illegal challenge. And now with Beckham on the ball, Brian, will anybody else get close to this?
Well, I think it's that type of game again, as we said. Set pieces, although England in open play are the better side, they're not really cutting the opposition open. So all of these set pieces are very, very important tonight. And this, once again, is an opportunity this time, I feel, to hit the target. The last one we had, Gerrard did ever so well to get the ball round the wall, but it just missed the target. You've got to hit the target, test the goalkeeper.
David Beckham has never scored at Wembley for England. In his peak for England, they were travelling around the country to play their home games. The referee wants to wall back another few yards. That will help Beckham. Rooney in the wall if he needs to go through that space. Beckham!
Well, this time we get the right amount of curl or bend on the ball. The wrong height. It's not that far away, is it? No, it's pretty close. Decent effort. The Wall do well, they do their job properly, they jump high, make him hit that ball a little bit higher than he wanted to, but a decent effort.
He's found Cole. Rooney can't get away from Yarmash. There's a full-blooded challenge. And Aliyev is still down. And Timoshuk leading complaints from the Ukraine players, but the referee, when you saw his reaction immediately, Brian, he said that was a fair challenge.
Well, he's acting, Martin, he's acting. I mean, it was a strong tackle. It was a really tough challenge, and not one that you see too much of these days. But he's putting it on. He has caught him a little bit, but oh my word, he's all over the place. I bet he gets up and walks on.
Milevsky. Mazarenko. He's a tricky customer, this fella. Yarmash. This is when England might start to get a bit edgy. Cole to clear.
Well, I think you can sense that Ukraine are now at the point where they know they've got nothing to lose. So yes, they're having a little bit more play. I think it's now up to England to play a little bit better if they can. For me, they're playing in straight lines at the moment. Everybody's running up and down channels. We're not seeing Gerrard moving off the left and pick the ball off Rooney. We've not seen Rooney on the left-hand side, cutting inside. England are just a little bit predictable at the moment. Because of that, the opposition are coming into the game.
Little push there by Terion Shevchenko, well spotted by the referee. I just wonder if it was in the script beforehand that Peter Crouch would score on his first start under Fabio Capello. Is it in the same script that Andrei Shevchenko scores on his return to London? He's in the mix, it's right away across Shevchenko! He's only gone and done it! He's only gone and done it! 16 minutes from time, and Ukraine are level. The fury on the face of David James. It's England 1, Ukraine 1, and it's Andrei Shevchenko's 40th goal for Ukraine.
Well, I think giving fouls away at the opposition, giving them an opportunity to put the ball in the box, will always give them a sniff. England are caught really flat-footed. And just as you were predicting, Martin, it dropped to him and he finished it with tremendous skill. Great finish, nice and strong. And England are really their own worst enemies in this second half.
Maybe this England team isn't as good as they looked that night in Zagreb.
I don't know, Martin, my theory on it sometimes is you don't perhaps need the friendly game before it, I think the England players are good enough to get together. Sometimes with a result like they've had, it might just dampen them down a little bit before a very important game. And I think if this had been their one game, they'd have been up for it, they'd have been really ready for it. Perhaps they didn't need the game at the weekend to so-called get them in the frame of mind for it.
Beckham's won himself a very clever free kick here. Just ran across Shevchuk and fell to the ground. He will take the free kick. He knows what he's expected to do here. And England score! And it's John Terry! 5 minutes from time. The captain restores England's one-goal lead. To the Barbers tomorrow, perhaps. To the top of the table by 8 points tonight.
Well, it's a set-piece night, isn't it? Both teams will have a lot of criticism of themselves when they analyse the display. No one's defended overly well from set-pieces. Half-decent ball in, but once again they've lost the second man. Same as the first goal.
Peter Crouch it was on 29 minutes that put England in front. The man that was Hobson's choice for Fabio Capello. Heskey was unfit. Carlton Cole, Darren Bent, even Gabriel Bonlahor I think would have started. Had he not picked up a slight twinge in training with the under-21s on Friday. But Peter Crouch started and Peter Crouch put England in front. After a poor second half display, Andrei Shevchenko of all people, the former Chelsea man, the man who rarely performed in London with the blue shirt of Chelsea on his back, got Ukraine level. But 4 minutes from time, his former club captain, John Terry, from a David Beckham free kick, restored England's lead. And England now have 15 points out of 15. Fabio Capello, a look of relief across his face. England march on. South Africa is their destiny, surely. England 2, Ukraine 1.
England well clear on top, as Martin says. There was a victory for Croatia elsewhere in the group, but England looking good. Thoughts of Pat and Brian on that when we come back.